Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm reviewing something that I've been wanting to get to for a long time, just haven't had the time because it's something not down my neck of the woods that much. Something a little different. It's an HOn3 locomotive. This is Blackstone Models 280, a C-19 locomotive. This is Rio Grande Southern number 41. This is equipped with soundtracks, Tsunami Sound and DCC. Now, you may wonder why they chose Tsunami, and that's because Soundtracks owns Blackstone Models. So, obviously, that great Tsunami sound is packed into this locomotive. These locomotives are made for steep grades like the C-19 class locomotive, a 280 steam locomotive. The hilly areas of the country with steep inclines, these locomotives thrive in those conditions, and you'll see them in areas of the country like the hilly areas of Colorado and things like that, mountainous areas. So let's go ahead and take a look at what you get with this Blackstone Model C-19 locomotive. MSRP $499.95. Let's take a look right now. We've had lots of requests for these Blackstone models, so I'm happy to finally be able to bring these to you. And we're going to go ahead and start with an unboxing here. You take off the lid, you've got a Blackstone Model CD. Goes over the operations manual, sound system. Everything's on a CD for you in case you want to go the digital route. I've also got paper copies of the exploded parts diagram, as you can see here. Breaks down every part in case something goes wrong and you want to do it yourself to fix the locomotive or replace parts, or just say you want extra parts of certain things. You've got the C-19 operations manual here. It goes over some features of lubrication and maintenance of the locomotive, even disassembly and motor lubrication. Then you got the quick start guide, which will get you on your feet quickly. Now, these locomotives have been out for a few years. This is dated May of 11, but they are still available at lots of retailers. Got functions F0 through F12 listed here, some DC analog power pack tips, features and specs, and an overview. You've got a nicely done manual here talking about the prototype, the Colorado Classic C-19, the Denver and Rio Grande Western. So a couple different prototypes there. There you'll see the 41 and the warranty card, so that you're good for a period of 90 days from date of purchase. For anything faulty material or workmanship wise, you just send that in. Now let's get to the main attraction, the actual locomotive. Surrounded in foam, some hard plastic here. These locomotives are pretty small, so be sure to be careful, but lots of detail, really nice weight, and looks very sturdy. So I'm going to go ahead and get all this packaging out of the way. We'll zoom in and take a look at some details on this locomotive. The first thing you may notice is right off the top, the large pile headlight up top, and it's above the smoke box door. You've got handrails, classification lanterns. You have a road style pilot with a coupler cut lever. You have the coupler itself with the magnetic trip pin. You have you have stamped safety tread into this safety tread area here, so you can see there's actually safety tread. You've got the smoke box door, which is nicely done. Working around the sides here, you have both the round style steam and sand domes up top here. You've got a nice metallic looking bell, whistle, and other features up top. You've got your 9.5 inch single stage air compressors. You have the running boards, all the main and side rods down here on the driving wheels. As we work our way towards the back here to the cab, what you have here is a nice cab sunshade that's gray. Now this is an actual, not a cloth piece or anything, but it really almost has the appearance of a cloth canvas piece. You've got windows, you have interior details on this cab. Very hard to capture on film, so I won't be able to capture those interior details, but maybe you can catch them in the run-by later on. As you work towards the back of the cab, where it connects with the tender, you have the deck plate that connects to the tender so that there's a nice connection, smooth connection between. It's actually adjustable up and down, as you see there. Goes to the tender. You've got a realistic looking coal load on the tender there, and the number 41 very large and prominent, along with a white running board down the back of the tender. So pretty cool looking locomotive. Let me go ahead and swing around to the tender detail, back of the tender detail just a bit, and get back in frame here. So as you see, the back tender has more of the same coupler cut lever, a coupler with a magnetic trip pin, the air hose, separately applied grab irons, ladder for the back of the tender. You got separately applied grabs all the way around. Just a prominent amount of detail in this locomotive. Very hard to capture everything because they've really crammed so much detail in a small and intricate locomotive. So you see here, I'll kind of zoom in on the cab detail for you just a bit. You can see the cab windows and the doors, and you can see just all the nice rivet detail along the side of the locomotive. I'm going to go ahead and zoom back out and flip around so that you can see the locomotive's other side. It's not like the dark side of the moon, you get to see it. So there's the other side of the locomotive. More of the same nice detail, a couple variations from the other side. You see the throttle, and there's just all this fine detail going all the way down the locomotive. Again, smokestack on this side. Just look at how small the details are. And I'm afraid to touch it, but it looks like almost a cloth instead of a wire there. It's hard to tell. But just cramming details in such small specifications is amazing. So pretty cool locomotive, nice detail. I've got the locomotive powered up now, but one thing I really caught that I missed on the initial passover is just the nice chain detail here. Just amazing rivet detail on this locomotive. It's really amazing to look at. Detail packed in. I want to get a quick look at the headlight here. As you can see, you hear the dynamo power on. You see that nice golden yellow of the headlight. Just real prototypical looking. Another thing Blackstone Models does for you is program the road number right outside the box. So it's already programmed to road number 41. And as you can see there, nice golden yellow light. Let's go over some sounds of the locomotive. First, the bell. Whistle. Short whistle. I'm going to do a grade crossing for you with the whistle and the bell on. So those are those sounds. Now you got cylinder blowdown. Water stop, F5. Couplers, F6. You can hear it as you move it into action. It's the coupler clank, or the coupler slack releasing basically. F11 is brake squeal. F12 is injectors. overall, those are some of the options on sound. Really great sounds at perfect volumes in my opinion right out of the box. I'm going to go ahead and show you the speed control at low speeds of this locomotive. So I've put it to 128 speed steps. I'm going to start at 1. You can hear the chuffing and see the drivers turn. So let's go ahead and get started. I won't be able to go far because of my layout, which is under construction, but we'll get it slow speeds. One speed step, 2 speed steps, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Kind of jumped up there. We'll go backwards now. It jumped from 6 to 12. So that wasn't good, but that was my fault. I'm going to go in reverse at 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It stops on a dime. It doesn't have momentum built in or anything like that, but you will notice as you move slowly, there's 4 chuffs per revolution of the drivers, which is correct for most steam locomotives, including this one. Check out the weight on this locomotive. 7.2 ounces. Actually dropped down to 7.1 ounces, but 0.201 kilograms. 201 grams, 7.1 ounces, pretty good size and weight for this small locomotive from Blackstone Models. Well, that wraps up the review of the Blackstone Model C-19. This Rio Grande Southern locomotive number 41 is awesome in both its performance and its sound, its smooth drive. It's pretty awesome. Amazing steam locomotive and detail just packed in. Something so small with so much detail is really mind-boggling to think about. Now, as most of you guys know, my layout, as you can see, is a giant mess under construction for an HO scale layout, but I have put a little tiny scene together so you can get a run by some sort of scenery with this locomotive. You'll see a little bit of scenery in the background. You'll be able to see and hear it run by with just a quick pass within a camera frame. So we'll get that going. And I'll see you next time right here on my channel. Thanks for watching. Take care.